Hey guys, it's Bitcoin Schmitcoin here with another video update for Bitcoin Magazine's Bitcoin analysis. We'll start on the daily time frame, work down to the hourly, and then look at the macro picture to see where the cards lie. So, getting right into it, we see a very strong breakout of our current daily level. The breakout occurred just a few hours ago, but already we see really high volume taking place. And not only is it high volume, but it's high spread. And not only is it high spread and high volume, but it's making a new high. So all things considered, this looks really bullish. We talked about on the daily level this zone right here, because we were kind of trending around this no man's land and here. And if you recall from my past several videos, I mentioned we're most likely going to see a test of this region here. And that's exactly what we're doing here. What's really interesting about this breakout, though, is it's breaking out, but it's still in this nice consolidation, this upward ascending channel right here. And this is actually called it's a type of a bull flag called a tilted bull flag. This has a specific price target, and the price target is just found as follows. So you take what's called the pole, which is, if you think about a flag is a flag pole. You just take the measure of the pole, and you project that on the breakout of where the flag breaks out. So we see the flag pole is about 1450. So we project that upward, and we get a really staggering price target of this thing right in the low 7,000 range. I don't know if it's actually going to be able to reach that level because we do have some pretty sizable resistance right in this area. And we haven't even tested the 6K to 5,800 to 6K level. So I suspect things are going to get pretty crazy in here as we start to test this zone right here, especially given the number of the open shorts that we have on Bitfinex that still haven't closed, despite the fact that we're popping new highs. Which gets interesting because if they haven't popped yet, then that means that their stops are a little bit higher. And once we tag those stops, we're going to see a nice run. So let's go ahead and look at the long to short ratio here. And keep in mind, this is just a sample size. This is just on Bitfinex. This doesn't count all the other margin exchanges like Kraken or BitMEX. But Bitfinex has a very disproportionate amount of shorts to longs. The shorts being the red part of this this chart here, and we can see clearly that it's despite the fact that we're popping these highs, none of them have closed yet. They're all underwater. All the shorts are getting dunked, and the longs have yet to step in. So I feel like it's just a matter of time. We're a pressure cooker right now. But until then, we're kind of range bound in this ascending channel. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If we look at the ascending channel, we see it's if it's been following it pretty nicely. We did clear this high, like I said earlier, and we have yet to see a retest of the support, this guy right here. But you don't actually always need to retest support. We didn't do that when we broke out of our range a few weeks ago down here. There's nothing that says we have to retest support, and given the amount of short interest and the amount of shorts that are potentially going to be squeezed, I don't think it's out of the question that we just blast right through this level here. But in the event that we do see a retest, you can expect to find some long interest, some people that missed out on this entire little run we had here. You can expect to see some long interest pick up right in this zone here. We had daily levels of support, and now we see the high of our previous range has yet to be tested. So if we do see any pullback, I'm sure there'll be a lot of buying interest in this zone here. So let's go ahead and look at the weekly chart. And we can see, let's get rid of these guys. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that we haven't tested the weekly level yet, which is this 6,100. So if we're looking at the macro chart, it seems entirely likely that we're going to come up and see a test of this 58 6,100 to 6,100 level. And I don't see a whole lot of arguments for the bears. You know, when we last talked about this chart, the price was right around here in the 5,300 level, and things were looking very bullish. The things that really stand out to me in this chart are the obvious things, right? It's the things that are going really overlooked right now, that we're just making higher highs, we're making higher lows. If we look at the volume, we see that, you know, volume was consolidating, and we see this nice pop in volume with price spread. This is all characteristic of breakout behavior, and it gives us high confidence in a continuation of the uptrend. And something else to keep in mind, you know, we were range bound since the beginning of April, and it's now the beginning of May, so the better part of 4 to 5 weeks, we were range bound, we were consolidating. Well, we had a lot of shakeouts. They all got bought up. It was so bullish that we couldn't even retest the bottom of our range. This chart is very bullish, guys. I'm not anticipating this thing slowing down until we reach this $6,100 to $6,300 level, and that's where things are going to start to get interesting, right in here. So keep an eye out. You know, don't get terribly greedy, but things are looking up. Things are looking very bullish, despite the fact that there was potentially bearish news with the whole Bitfinex Tether situation. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Keep an eye out for the levels that I outlined, and don't stare at the charts too long. You guys have a great weekend.